Hello everyone. Shu here. So I am helping here for another segment of Finding Freedom Friday, right? So we've been taught for this month. We're talking about stress, and each for every Friday, I'm helping in to give you a little nugget to help you find freedom from stress. Um, and those tips are all, from my book. I almost poke myself with the pen here. um, from my book, The Stress Relief Method, a six-step guide to creating life with less stress. So last week we talked about saying no, and I asked all of you to share with me, with your comments and message or email me. Let me know how you are showing up and saying no, and how's that helping you maintain your peace, protect your relationships, strengthen them even. And so thank you for those who send me some feedback. It's good to see that, you know, that you are doing things and that are making a difference in your life. And I love to hear more, so keep them coming. So today we are going to be talking about being yourself. So for those who are new to me, I am Shua Allegra. I'm an author, speaker, life coach, mental health and disability consultant, and I am the founder of Grace and Hope Consulting. So as I share, I just recently published a book, and I am sharing the nuggets from that book to help you actually enjoy the holiday season. So you can be merry and not stressed. So don't stress, be merry, be happy. So today we're talking about being yourself. How does being yourself help you preserve your peace or help you reduce stress in your life? If you're trying to be someone else, it takes a lot of work, right? Because it's not natural. It does not come naturally because it's not you. When I am myself, there's no effort to it most of the time. It just flows out of you because that's who you are, right? Um, but if we're trying to impress people or trying to fit in, and then in wanting to impress and fitting in, then we start, doing things and and being things or people that we are not. Not only we stress ourselves, but in trying to keep that appearance, because once you show up one place, not being authentic and not being yourself, you kind of feel like you have to maintain that identity which is not even yours, right? But because that's how you showed up one time at this gathering, you're like, that's the persona that you put up front, and that's what people saw and received. And then the next time you work even harder to try to maintain that. Well, if it's not something that's coming out naturally, then it takes a lot of effort to try to say just the right thing and look just the right way, and talk just the right way, or whatever that right way is. It's a lot of work instead of just feeling, being who you are in your mind trying to plan your next move, your next word, because it needs to align with whoever you think you should be or ought to be. I don't know. I really feel that is too much stress to bear, and it's not necessary. And if you listen or watch the last segment from last week, you will know already that um, when we're not authentic, we create more stress for ourselves. So not being yourself is just another, segue there, or it's just another way that you might not you might not be authentic in your life, and people want the real you. And then, like, I'll just take a pause here and say why you need to be you, not just because it helps you be create less stress in your life, but because you have a lot to bring to the table. You are amazing just the way you are. I mean, just like snowflakes, right? There's nobody on earth that's exactly like you. They might look a little bit like you, even when if you have a twin, sister or brother, identical twin, you might physically look the same, but you don't have the same personality to a T, right? And you might not have the same experiences. You might go through live the same life, or it looks like it, but the way you experience life, the way you process life, the way you present yourself for life and show up in life are not the same. So when we try to be someone else, we are robbing others from the privilege of knowing the true you. The you that was perfectly made and created just the way you are. So yes, don't stress yourself by trying to be somebody else because you think that somebody else is better than who you are. That is just crap. Excuse my French, but that is not. Yeah, it's not true. It's not real. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help the people that you're trying to impress because the truth gonna show up at some times, right? It might take a long time, but honestly, the truth always comes to life. And if people, father you this person that you're trying to present yourself as, and then, you know, 2 weeks, 3 months, 5 years from now, they find out that that's not who you are, they're not gonna believe in you anymore. They're not gonna trust you anymore, and you might just lose that relationship. So whether it's in life, in general, but even more specifically, like at work, at your church, in your business, in your friendships, in your romantic relationship, in your marriage, be yourself. Because again, if you're trying to be someone else because you want to be accepted and feel like you have to be like somebody else you think is better than you, if the people that you are presenting yourself to do not accept the real you, then they have not accepted you at all. They accepted an illusion of you. They might accepted the idea of you. They might definitely maybe accepted this fake version of you that is not you, right? And I think is I have to find this. I have to find this quote from Dr. Seuss, um, because I think it just captures exactly what I'm trying to say here, and I want to do it justice. Um, so I'm going to try to pull it up so that I read it exactly the way he had said it. Okay, I found one. There's two. Um, but I'm going to read this one because I think it just captures exactly what I'm going to say. Like, today you are you that is truer than true. There's no one alive that's youer than you. Oh, I love Dr. Seuss. And my kids, we have a whole collection of Dr. Seuss here, Dr. Seuss books, because it's just good stuff. Yeah, so I'll say that again. Today you are you that is truer than true. There is no one alive that is youer than you. Just let that sink in. Be yourself. Please be yourself. Because again, at the end of the day, like I said, if people are loving or liking this person that's not, you, then they're naturally liking you because they haven't even met the true you, right? And another quote from Dr. Seuss, the one the second one that I wanted to mention is, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Wow. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. So the people who love you for truly who you are wouldn't care what you wear, what you can care what if you're having a bad day. They wouldn't care if you say something that's out of place, because they love you for who you are. And that love and the acceptance already creates an atmosphere of forgiveness, of grace, right? By those who are looking or watching for your every little move so they find something, to use against you, those are the people those who actually who mind are probably the people who don't matter. Because those who matter should accept you just the way you are. And I'm not saying that we should all go out there, just bashing people and saying everything we want to say. But what I'm saying here is being the authentic you, that you're not living a life where you have to walk on eggshells every second, that you have to watch everything you say because you're afraid that somebody will reject you. Okay? So I give you permission. Yes. I had a friend who just told me the other day, sure, you have to start printing permission slips. And I'm like, wow, I never thought about it that way, but it's just so true. Because, with the work that I do, a lot of people are like, wow, you just give me permission to be myself. You just give me permission to feel, feel again. You just give me permission to be free. You just give me permission to love again. Give me permission to discover who I am. And people use those terms all the time because sometimes we just feel stuck in what we think should happen. It's not even realistic. It's not even authentic. It doesn't even help us in the long run. So I would have people telling me I was giving them permission. So I started using that language as well for those who need that permission. I always say, I give you permission to do this now. You can do it. Do it for you. Right? So for yourself today, I encourage you to be yourself. And yes, if you meet me in person and you need a permission slip, let me know. You have permission to be yourself. Just like last week I said, you have permission to say no. All right, guys. Take care, and I will see you next week on Friday for another segment of Freedom Friday. All right. Take care, guys.